Hi, my name is Alexander Mendoza, and today I'll be sharing some insights about the crime rates in San Francisco and some recommendations to take into consideration if you're planning to visit the city by the bay. Oops. All right. This presentation is intended for anyone who is planning to visit the city of San Francisco and want to get some data about crime in San Francisco in the past few years, which neighborhoods to avoid, and types of crimes still prevalent in the city. Before I start my presentation, I want to share with any first-time visitors that the city of San Francisco is located on the northwest of the United States, on the Pacific coast. According to the 2020 US Census, the city of San Francisco has approximately 874,000 inhabitants. San Francisco has 36 neighborhoods, but I'll be focusing on the neighborhoods on screen, which are the neighborhoods that have seen an increase in different crime categories in the last year. These neighborhoods are Mission, Financial District, Bayview Hunters Point, west of Twin Peaks, Sunset Parkside, Tenderloin, Japantown, Side of Market, Mission Bay, and North Beach. Also, before I start sharing my insights, for clarity, I want to describe some of the crime categories that we will be discussing today. For example, when I talk about larceny theft, I'm referring to the theft of animals, theft of bicycles, theft from locked vehicles, theft from a person, and shoplifting. Especially theft from locked vehicles, which is the most frequent crime incident reported within the larceny theft category. Malicious mischief involves vandalism to property, to vehicles, graffiti, animal cruelty, and damage to property. Burglary will refer to both residential and non-residential buildings. Lastly, motor vehicle theft includes theft to mobile homes, trucks, buses, and just regular autos. Now that everything is defined, I will continue with my presentation. The city of San Francisco has always been seen in the United States as one of the most expensive cities in the country, but at the same time as a city ridden by crime and an alarming homeless population. The city indeed is beautiful and attracts many visitors, but the crime situation has always been a major pain point for the city. Not everything is bad news. The effort of the San Francisco Police Department to decrease crime in the city have come to fruition. The city of San Francisco indeed has seen a decline in crime incidents since 2018, but the decline is only of 16% in the last 3 years, so I wouldn't consider this as a win for the city just yet. Furthermore, as we can see, San Francisco has become safer from larceny theft, but other crime categories like malicious mischief, motor vehicle theft, and burglary have seen an increase in the last few years. In the next section, I will share with you some of the neighborhoods of concern based on these rising crime categories. I identified the neighborhoods that account for most of the increase on these rising crime categories. Mission, Bayview Hunters Point, west of Twin Peaks, Sunset Parkside have the highest increase of burglary incidents. Bayview Hunters Point, Mission, Side of Market, and Mission Bay have the highest increase of motor vehicle theft incidents. Bayview Hunters Point again, Financial District, Japantown, Mission, and North Beach have the highest increase of malicious mischief incidents. These should be neighborhoods of concern for the city of San Francisco and visitors based on historic increase rates. Please remember that we're not considering population by neighborhood, and we're only analyzing the historic crime increase of these neighborhoods. Now, let's jump onto recommendations for anyone who is still planning to visit the city. I identified that most of the reported crimes of the rising categories I reported between 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. So this should be a time frame when visitors should be on high alert. My analysis also discovered that crime doesn't really have a favorite day. As you can see, Friday is clearly the day when most of the crimes are reported, but the difference is not by much. The city of San Francisco is still a beautiful city to visit, with many tourist attractions like Alcatraz, the Golden Gate, and their beautiful trails. So if you're planning to visit the city of San Francisco, do it, but with caution. Thank you.